Good morning to you.
But you
Bella,
didn't embrace it when I said it.
Taking my discourse from where you just ended with your question to me. This is exactly what Ghanaians, meaningful citizens of Ghana, strong people, objective minds of Ghana, who have nurtured our constitution for close to 30 years now, okay, want to avoid. A situation where we all give and take. We put and subject our democracy to an uncertainty that would not help us or help our forward march. That is what everyone is seeking to avoid. So that if yesterday all die be die was said and people condemned it, and of course the clergy, CSOs, people who mean well for Ghana condemned it, and it took a leader who listens to come out and say, indeed, if what I said was wrong and people misconstrued it to mean something else, I apologize.
He apologized?
He did.
He only explained.
I am saying
he explained that this was opposite the tribal sentiment
I am
attached
saying that.
to what
I'm saying that. Of course, the gentleman came out, who is now the first gentleman of the land, came out to explain himself, gave himself the context, or gave to us the context in which he spoke, and of course, at the end of the day, told Ghanaians that indeed, if you do not take it to look good, I apologize, and I insist on that.
Now, when did he say this, and on what platform?
Of course,
do you remember?
Let me proceed. I don't remember. I'll give it to you. But see, Bella, let's get to where we are today. Today, do or die. We have now myriads of English teachers around who are telling us to go and learn English, and that some of us who do not even understand what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said are school dropouts. Okay? In the next vein, you see my friend sitting here telling me that even the Kai woman and the Makola woman, who with all respect to them has not been to school, understands do or die. The same people says we those who do not understand are school dropouts. But those who have not been to school at all even understand. Can you see the contradiction and the ridiculousness of what they do?
Yes.
Listen to them. Yes, that we are school dropouts.
Yes,
if we don't understand do or die, Ghanaians, President Mahama says you are school dropouts if you don't understand.
Are you not inflaming my passion?
No. Okay. I am saying.
But don't do that, because then you are.
Why shouldn't do what? I am only paraphrasing what the man said. I am not
generating
the people. Oh no. The man said he wants Ghanaians to listen, and I'm helping him.
But why are you reiterating it?
Bella, I was very quiet when my good brother was on.
By the way.
Okay? You see, President Mahama says, Ghanaians, you are school dropouts. In fact, let me even use the word, you are illiterate when you don't understand do or die. That's what it means. That's President Mahama who wants your leadership, who wants you to vote for him. He says you don't even understand it. You see, and now he has unleashed his communicators to teach us English all over. Bella, Oxford Dictionary gives a definition of do or die. It's here. It says persist, even if death is the result. Persist, even if death is the result. Now, second, it says used to describe a critical situation where one's action may result in victory or defeat.
So,
you get that? The point I want to make is that, and I want emphasis on death.
Can you read the second one?
Emphasis on death.
Can you read the second one for the avoidance?
I was very quiet. You see, my brother, don't do this. Emphasis on death. What we all seek to avoid is what we all seek to avoid.
He's trying to just.
No, that's my phone. Please. Please. See, let's not do this. What we all seek to avoid is lives being lost. We do not want to see an election where blood is shed. We do not want to see an election where a single life is lost to Mother Ghana. So when you now tell people, and even when you watch the video, okay, where President Mahama was speaking, he was hitting the table. It's going to be a do or die affair, hitting the table. Emotions tells you what the man is communicating.
What has that got to do
To hit the table and tell you it's going to do and die, you know what it means?
He was gesturing.
People don't care who dies for them to become leaders. That's what it means.
We're playing the
They
video.
don't care who will die for them to become leaders in this country.
Is that what it means when you're talking?
Not this one, not this particular video. That's the first one.
Okay,
he
can
was
we please play that one?
With a finger like that. He was do or die. and they understand it. So people must die for him to become president. But see, Bella.
But he says that's not what he meant.
Bella, the man has been vice president. He has been president. And in fact, he has been president again. Now he's seeking to be president again. In NPP, in NDC, I believe he's the only person who can give them presidency.
Why do you say so?
That's how he sees himself. He's the only person. There's nobody
but
in NDC.
He led them once. There must be a reason why they're bringing him back as flag bearer. Because the NDC is happy.
You are yet to even have an intra-party. Listen, if not, you are yet to even have an intra-party contest to determine whether you even be the flag bearer or not. But you are all out doing thank you tour, and in the course of doing the thank you tour, campaign is now turned into English language teaching, and telling people to die because you want to become president again, not just become president again. Okay, so for me, I think that Ghanaians should watch it. What the kind of leaders we choose. Listen to the leaders that we want to choose, what they say, and of course, at the end of the day, use that to inform ourselves in choosing our leaders. I am not surprised. John Dramani Mahama has given a history of their violence nature. I remember in Koforidua, when Obeda Samoa and Co were whipped out of the party. You remember it was horsewhips. Frances Esiam, Obeda Samoa, they were giving horsewhips to get out of the party. That's where it started. Then it moved on. Then President Mahama himself stood somewhere in Volta region and said, look, we have a revolutionary route. And when it comes to violence, it's in our DNA. Violence, nobody can beat us to violence. So this election 2020, we are going to mark them boot for boot. The result of boot for boot.
But within the NPP as well, there were people who were sacked. The sitting general secretary.
I am telling you, I'm reporting.
And the whole controversy that came.
Afoko was not whipped, he was suspended. But I'm saying Obeda Samoa was whipped. Horse whips.
Was Akoto not chased?
I am saying that Afoko was not whipped.
Was Akoto not chased? I'm bringing another name and I'm asking, was
the man has told you where they are coming from. The man has told Ghanaians that their history is that they are violent in nature. He says they are ready. The next moment he says boot for boot. When they boot for boot, you know how it ended? It ended by they getting their emissaries to drink tea without biscuits. That's where the boot for boot ended. Because they were not focused. Next moment, you blame it on people, and you come down to say...
If your Deputy General Secretary also says that some of us will belong to a tradition which you cannot make the slightest attempt to humiliate or bully us, so he should bring it on. Let them bring it on. Is that also not encouraging some form of violence?
You intimidate me. You tell me that, look, you are going to do whatever it takes, even if it means shedding blood, killing people, maiming people.
He didn't
to become
say
president. That is the...
he's come back to say that's not what he said.
Interpret what do or die means.
He didn't say
that the resultant effect of it could be death.
But he said
so the man says you should die for him to be president. That's what it means. Simple. So the man now comes to say that you say my Deputy General Secretary should sit down, okay, and do not respond. He shouldn't resist to some of these comments. My point is that if you attempt to intimidate anyone, that person at the end of the day could also rise up. But that is what we are all seeking to avoid. That's why I said earlier on, we do not want our democracy to go that line. In fact, we've had series of elections. People have won, or parties have won, come into government, go out, come into government, go out. That is how we want it to go.
Okay.
My brother is here. Look, I am very close to him. Many do not know. We talk at our level. Okay, it doesn't mean, or it doesn't matter whether he's NDC or I'm MPP. What matters is that there's humanity that brings us together, and that bond is there. And that is how we should be showing out there. That's how our language should actually depict. Out there. But when we sit here and want to chant violence, we want to preach violence, and we want our party followers to resort to violence to get what is right, I think it's unfortunate.
You said earlier that the President Akufo-Addo apologized for that all die be die statement.
I did.
But he did not. All he said was he was prepared to take the blame, but he did not apologize. He says, hold on. He says, let me just read it. I know the way...
That is the story you have.
Yes.
Maybe I have another story.
Okay, so if you have it, maybe you can counter. But he says that I know that the way the all die be die comments were twisted proved to be an unfortunate statement from me. I'm prepared to accept all of that. But that is the origin. And it's with the exact opposite of a tribal statement. That's what he said in an interview. Unless you can tell me.
I am saying that you have just referred to a portal, which I don't even know. You've not even given me the source. But the point, you've not even given me the source. What is the text message? He said it on Peace FM. I have other portals where, of course, it's been reported that he's apologized. There are other portals. We can look at it. But maybe if your time.
You know what?
I'm still trying to find that, but I didn't get it.
He has shown remorse to whatever he said. Okay, he showed remorse. But if you come and sit here and then you sit and say, look, I am not going to apologize. It's going to be do or die affair. Let it be do or die. Okay. That is why my Deputy General Secretary responds to say that, okay, fine. If you go on that tangent, we'll also go on that tangent.
Two wrongs don't make a right. It's the same thing I asked him, and I'm asking you as well. Yeah. So if you both go back and forth, then where are we going with this? That's
the point I just made. It's not proper.